I hope everybody is fine and happy. Today we have an interesting topic to be learned. Now we are going to learn a beautiful poem named Where Do All the Teachers Go, written by Peter Dixon. The poet himself is the speaker of the poem. In this poem, he describes the view of a small child about his teacher or her teacher. For a little child, a teacher is a special one. It is difficult for a child to think his or her teacher is an ordinary person. The small child cannot think teachers are ordinary person really. So we can see what is there in the poem. Listen very carefully, dears. Where do all the teachers go when it is 4 o'clock? Do they live in houses and do they wash their socks? A small child really wonders about the teachers. He or she wants to know the place where the teachers go immediately after the school time. Again, he wants to know whether the teachers live in houses and wash their socks. These are the wonders or the doubt comes to his mind. Then the small child really want to know these things. Next stanza. Do they wear pajamas? And do they watch TV? And do they pick their noses? The same as you and me. In the second stanza, really, the small child wants to know again whether the teachers wear the pajamas or dresses in their home and do they watch TV. He wants to know whether the teachers can enjoy watching TV and do they pick their noses. Really, he wants to know whether the teachers cleaned their nose at the time when they have running nose, like he and his friends do. Yes. Okay. Then third stanza. Do they live with other people? Have they mums and dad? And were there were children? And were they ever bad? Really, some other doubts come to his mind. He wants to make that doubts cleared. So he asked himself this question. What was the question? He asked, do they live with other people? Whether the teachers live with other people. They were living in a society or socially. Then have their mums and dad. That is another doubt, or he wonders, asking whether the teachers have parents, dads, mother and father, and were there ever children. Really, he want to know whether they had what childhood, and they were good or bad at, or when they were children, when they were children. These are the confusions or doubts. These are the things he want to make clear through the third stanza. Then next one. Did they ever never spell right? Did they ever make mistakes? Were they punished in the corner if they pinched the chocolate flakes? Okay, he wants to know whether the teachers misspelled any words at the time, well, why or when they were learning or doing their schooling. Really, the small children commit a mistake when they say some words, or they may misspelled at the time when they write the sentences or the words. So he wants to know, like them, teachers committed such a kind of spelling mistake. Then did they ever make any other mistakes? Really, he wants to know. He is eagerly waiting to know whether the teachers really commit any kind of mistake as the children or small child do or does, then were they punished in the corner? If they pinched means steal, steal unvaluable thing. That is what the meaning of pinched here. Pinched has another meaning, but here the word pinched means what stole. Pinch means what steal, unvaluable thing. Okay. Then he wants to know whether the teachers got punished at that time when they were caught or seen stealing something from others. Really, the small children really got punished by the teachers when they were found or caught stealing somebody's things, small, small things. So the small child wants to know whether the teachers really were or are punished or were punished at that time when they were found or caught by others stealing something. Okay. So the meaning of the word pinched means what stall. Pinch means what steal. Okay. Did they ever lose their hymns books? Did they ever leave their grains? Did they scribble on the desktops? The other doubts, the other things he want to know. No, he want to clear or he wants to know. What are the things given there in the fifth stanza? Did they ever lose their hymns books? Then he want to know whether they lose, whether they miss their religious book. The books really hymns means what? The song of praising God. The songs praising God. That means we can conclude that that is the book what a religious books. Okay. Did they ever leave their greens? Green really here it means what vegetables. Did they leave? Did they throw? Did they avoid? What? The vegetables. So sometimes the small child really reluctant to eat what vegetable. That is that may be the reason why the speaker wants to ask whether the teachers avoid or throw the green vegetables or the vegetables. Okay, did they scribble on the desktops? This is the nature of the common nature of small child or the students really whenever they get a chance or a chance to scribble something on the desk, they will do that. Scribble means what? Draw or write it hurriedly, or it cannot be, it is not readable. Such a kind of message or such a kind of drawings or writings will be done by the small children. So that is why he asked whether the teachers really scribble something on the top of the bench, table and desk. Okay, he wants to know these whole things. Then next, what is the another one? Did they wear old dirty jeans? Really, he wants to know. Teachers always are seen in a very beautiful, in a neat dresses. So he naturally doubted whether they were what, dirty jeans, dirty pants, dirty shirts, dirty dresses, like the people or pupil or the students or he and his friends or she or her friends wear. Okay, I'll follow one back home today. The last stanza. I'll follow one back home today. I'll find out what they do. Then I will put it in a poem that they can read to you. Okay. Then he really want to make his curiosity overcome. He want to know. He want to overcome his curiosity. He want to make the doubt clear. So he decided that day he would follow one of his teacher or one of her teacher to her or his home, the teacher's home, for what? To find out what they do, to find out what they wear, to find out what are their routines or day-to-day life and duties or activities. So the small child really decided to follow to go to one of the teachers home that day. Then he want to go secretly or he want to spy the teachers routines or teachers what day-to-day activities. Then after having understood their duties, whose duties? Teachers' duties, teachers' habitual actions, he really want to versify a very beautiful poem, including these all things which are done by the teachers. Then they will put it in a poem. Means what? The points, the details, the datas he collected, having followed one of the teacher to her home, the teacher's home. Then he would versify means what? Write a poem, versify a poem, including these all the points he found from the teacher's home. And he concluded that he imagined that this same poem will be read by the teachers to their students in the future, in future time. This is all about the poem is. Okay, it is a very simple poem. There is nothing complicated. The language used here in the poem is very simple and easy. There is no difficult word, still, testy, unvaluable things. Okay, fine.